Hello, it's Senora Sarah. Here's a day in the life behind the scenes of a YouTube creator and online Spanish teacher. As you can see, we are in the kitchen. My kitchen is not very big, but I do love it, and I love this like 3-tier dish rack thing. Pretty cool. And we're working on, in this little bit of counter space that I have, which has some dishes drying on it as well, we're making some muffins. That's actually about to fall off. I'm glad I looked at that. We're gonna do some muffins that has some ground oats. I actually use pancake mix in my muffins because it's got the baking powder and it just makes it a good flavor. Anyway, we got ground oats. What did I just say? Pancake mix. I've got some chopped walnuts. I like chocolate chips, craisins, and then we're gonna bake those for breakfast on this Sunday morning. So that's a little bit of behind the scenes, and of course the coffee. You can't forget the coffee. I mean, am I right or am I right? So let's get started, and then I'm gonna jump in and do a little bit of class content creation. I'm working on some lesson materials for Spanish 2, which starts in September, and I'm gonna take you along for a little bit of that ride as well. And here are the finished muffins. What do you think? So now we are at the desk. Muffins are done, as you saw in the last clip. And so now I have one here. I put it in this little thing because it's hot. So we got our muffin, we got our coffee. Of course, I've had some fruit, papaya, had a little bit of grapes. Kind of like to get started a little bit quick in the morning. Did a few chores. And here's our setup here at the desk. This is it. You may recognize this corner. When we film videos, I do move the desk out and like stand in front of this pretty wall because it's pretty. I painted it that color on purpose for my brand. And yeah, so this is, we're gonna get in here, do some Spanish 2 content creation. I've got 28 weeks of class materials to create, and I've only got 4 done. So I'd like to have them all done by September. We will see about that, but Spanish 2 starts in the fall, and I really wanna have everything ready to go, so I'm gonna jump in and get going on that. So welcome back to the desk. We are in the computer now, just doing a few things. This is all about showing you some of the behind the scenes stuff and kind of just giving you a very real, raw look at what it takes to be a content creator / online business owner. And for anybody that just wants to know how things get run here at Senora Sarah. So you can see in the background some of my office, and it is not fancy by any means. This actually, what you're looking at behind me is a door this is a temporary wall that's been up for like 6 years, but it's supposed to be temporary. It's going to come down eventually, and we're going to open this space up and organize nicer. And once it gets organized nicer, I'll show you that side of the room. But for now, it's kind of our catch-all room, and I don't really want to, put that on camera. And as you've probably noticed, I am completely undone. I mean, this is how my hair looked when I woke up this morning. I mean, I put it up in a clip back here, but no makeup. Look, this is all about showing you the real process of creating stuff. So every 2 weeks, as of June 2024, I release a video once every 2 weeks. That's because I'm so busy with other activities and I don't feel that I can produce like really nice edited quality content once a week currently. My work schedule is changing though, and so maybe I'll be able to do that more. I really would like to bring more content to the table, but what I want is to make more content that will be more of me going out into Mexico City and showing you things, not just so much of me here in the studio. So I call it the studio. It's my office, but so that's one of the things. And we're sitting this way because I'm actually looking here at the computer, so that's why I'm kind of crooked here. Yeah, so I want to be doing that, but it's also a constant balance between living my life and all of the other things that I do, including running my online teacher business. We're running a tourism business right now, as you know, managing that, bringing the quality to the students and to the clients who are booking tours with us. Also, I run a TPT shop where I sell digital products for Spanish teachers or homeschooling parents that want their kids to learn Spanish. And what else? That sounds like that's enough, right? And then of course there's YouTube. So I have a lot of things to do and I want to bring the quality to the table. Also, I do volunteer work of a religious nature, and that's very important to me. And I keep up with a busy, I would say, spiritual routine. So that's top priority. And then of course we have 9 dogs, so keeping up with them, right? So there never seems to be enough time in the day, but I think for everybody that's probably probably an issue, right? No matter what we're doing, we all have a lot to do in our lives. So, as I mentioned, some of the background work that goes into this is stuff that's not always the most exciting. So right now I'm looking at my email. Yay! The email is where I get the notifications for everything. So I've got messages this morning. Just this morning I had lots of different messages for the business. So I got a notification I got a new student next week. I got a notification that one of my students dropped for next week. I sold a product in my Teachers Pay Teachers shop. I got a notification about that. And I also got a nice review on a class. I had an email from a client that's coming to Mexico City next week, and we're organizing their tour for them and helping them with their Airbnb and all of those things. So I was getting in and just checking all of those things, talking to my tour provider, my business partner, Asael, making sure he has all of the behind-the-scenes stuff ready to go when it comes to providing quality service for the clients that are visiting. And also house stuff. You saw I made some muffins, I washed some clothes, all this stuff. And lately in Mexico City, it's been kind of rainy, so I also got some clothes off the line real quick because it started to rain and that sort of stuff. Back to the paragraph when it comes to video production. So the workflow with video production, I'm still working on how this is going for us. I am not one of those content creators that has like a really strict set schedule. I would like to be one of those people. I'd like to tell you, oh, on Mondays I do my video scripts, and then on Tuesdays, without fail, I get in and I do this much editing, or I do this. I don't do that. I know what I need to do. You see this big whiteboard behind me. It's got all of this stuff like for video ideas and product ideas for my Teachers Pay Teachers shop. I know what needs to be done, and I have it constantly listed here, as well as my classes. The actual schedule for my classes, Spanish classes, is listed over there. And I know what needs to be done, and I kind of just get to whichever one I want. And because I have a video coming out once every 2 weeks, and I have less classes right now in the summertime, it's quite easy for me to get to the video editing and the content production and all that. And I like to write. That's something that's really fun for me. So it's not difficult for me to sit down and write a script or come up with video ideas or that kind of thing. So I don't have a really set structured schedule for that. I would say a lot of editing and content creation happens on Fridays, because those days are when I have had less work for the past several months. I purposely scheduled it like that so I could do more video production and editing and that kind of thing. So anyway, that's some of the creation schedule, some of the behind-the-scenes look at what's going on here. It's a little bit scrappy, as my YouTube coach said, start scrappy. And this is the fanciest thing I probably have, my little blue mic. Look, isn't it cute? So cute. And the audio quality's really stepped up a notch. I realized that was really important for you and for me. So this is a little behind the scenes. If you're interested in checking out Spanish classes that I offer for kids, remember you can always go to outschool.com/teachers/Senora Sarah. And also, all of this stuff is in the description of every single video that I produce here on YouTube. So you can see my TPT shop, you can see my Outschool classes, you can see, I can't remember, but anything I ever talk about. The Mexico City cheat sheet, that free document for you to better navigate Mexico City, especially if it's your first time. That's all in the description. So check out the description of the video. Comment below. What would you like to see? I've got all kinds of content ideas for this channel. Let me know what you want to see. So I've got, for example, let's talk about some of the ideas. I'm thinking about doing a more frequent live show here on the channel, where I get on StreamYard, I do a live, you can ask and answer questions. Maybe not so much of a structure or a plan, but just more frequently for us to just talk Mexico City. Or talk Mexico, talk your trip. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in doing that. I'm also very strongly considering, adding some content in Spanish. Slow Spanish, so that you can kind of follow along and practice listening to your Spanish more with comprehensible input. That way you can take what videos that I put on my channel, you can practice, you can learn without needing to actually pay for anything. Let me know if that's something you would be interested in. Also, if you are interested, do you want subtitles or no subtitles on that? Let me know. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this little behind the scenes look. I know it's not the prettiest office in the world. I know I'm not made up and beautiful, but this is usually what I look like when I'm doing the work to bring you the quality here on Senora Sarah on this channel. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Nos vemos!